I want to ask you about a book that's being serialised in the Daily Mail this week, Tom Bower's biography of Tony Blair. It's got some quite explosive revelations about Iraq and mass immigration. How much sympathy do you have with Tony Blair?
Very little. And of course, the biggest revelation for me is what I've suspected and argued and confronted the former Prime Minister with for many years. And that is, I think he pre-committed to war in Iraq. And there can debate, and Tom Bowers actually puts it much earlier than even I had previously thought. I thought he did it in the ranch in Texas to George W. Bush. But Tom Bowers argues, and he has pretty strong evidence from a whole variety of sources, it was even earlier than that. And the point about this is, if the Prime Minister pre-committed to war, come what may, then the whole pantomime of the United Nations, the weapons of mass destruction, which we know aren't there now, all of that was just an act, a cover. The course was set on war. And it is one of the biggest, most extraordinary deceptions in history.
How influential was he in getting the Lockerbie bomber to justice?
Not particularly, because obviously the in terms of the release of McGrahy, that occurred well after Tony Blair was out at Downing Street. However, it is the case, of course, that the prisoner transfer agreement, which was a means of Mr. McGrahy being released not because he was ill, which he wasn't at that stage, but because of a transfer agreement drawn up with Libya when there was only one Libyan prisoner in Scotland, and that was Mr. McGrahy. That was a much, much more questionable and dubious process. And so I think that can be directly related to commercial deals, and in particular deals for oil. I don't think that shows him in a good light either.
She's one of the most intelligent women I've ever interviewed. She was absolutely fantastic.
Well, maybe she should run against Donald Trump.
Graham in Bushy says that he thinks you, as a Coronation Street character, that you're more like Albert Tatlock. I don't know.
No, I remember Albert Tatlock.
Bit curmudgeonly.
In a Sharples generation.